Hi, Lisa Marie here, and happy Monday. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so I've had a few questions from a few people that have taken the opportunity and the chance to change their life. And if you've come to that decision that you are deciding to have weight loss surgery to make a health and lifestyle change through a surgical intervention via weight loss surgery, and now you're thinking, okay, now what the heck do I do? Well, I have 10 things that I suggest pretty much all the time to everyone. All the time, and they're not really in any particular order because a couple of additional ones have popped in talking with different people that have asked questions. So here you go. Number one, stop researching. Stop it. Stop. If you've already made the decision, you've already gotten a lot of information, you've maybe even gotten confirmation from your doctor, your friends, your family, whatever. Stop researching, because it's just going to make you crazy. And if you're like me, you got enough crazy all up in here on your own. You don't need some more going on, right? I don't. And besides that, the part of the research, I know I'm in a lot of Facebook groups and social media things too, but you have to be careful. Listen to your heart. Listen to God helping you find the right groups of different things. Pray and ask Him. He will help you, okay? Because some of the groups out there are very encouraging and very uplifting, and they stick to the doctor's recommendations. However, some of them are very negative and very discouraging, and some of them even go way off plan from what the doctors and the Medical Obesity Society has said and recommended for people who choose surgical intervention. I mean, there's guidelines that we really are going to have to do. And there's a lot of groups out there that just want like-minded people to give them permission to keep continuing in old or bad habits. And I want you to succeed. I think you want to succeed. And in order to do that, you might need to take yourself out of some of those things. That's crazy. Okay, number 2, take pictures. I know. If you hate having your picture taken, you hide all of the time, you're the one behind the camera, now is your time. And these don't have to be for anybody else. You never have to show another soul. There's apps on your phone that can be picture hiding, hide your pictures into a different little album thing that's like a little vault, and nobody has to ever see them. Do them clothed, do them in your loose clothes, do them in your favorite clothes, do them in your tight clothes, do them naked. Whatever you want to do, take pictures. And take them from every angle. The front, the side, the back, when you're sitting, when you're standing, when you're laying, when you're bent over, all of those unflattering positions that you really, really hide from. Now is the time that you need to take a picture. Even if you only take 10 pictures, getting one in all of those different positions, because later, when the scale doesn't move, and let me tell you, that scale is going to stop and you're going to freak out. And if you've got pictures that show you the truth, you'll be able to see and have a comparison to look at the two different things. But how are you going to have that if you don't take any before pictures? Far too many people get 20, 30 pounds down and they're like, man, I wish I would have taken some pictures. So take some pictures. Okay, 3. Take your measurements. Yes, take your measurements. And there's a few regular areas that kind of the doctors in the medical field, the, physical trainers and nutritionists and things like that, you want to at least hit those zones. So for women, it would be you're right in the middle of your breast because that part sticks out, and then right below where your bra line is. And if you're a man and you've got some extra chest stuff going on there, what the heck? Do both of those as well. And then your waist, because of that circumference, you know, kind of being in. Then your hips, and that's the fattest part of your thigh and butt area. And then if you want to, so that you can see the change, do the upper part of your thigh and then your calf, like the middle part of your calf. I was like crazy with measurements. I did the top part of my arm. I mean, I measured right here, 2 fingers under my armpit, measured there, and then I did 2 fingers out from the bend, measured there. I also did my wrist, which changed dramatically. And then I did my ankles and my feet. Like, here's my toes and here's my heel. I measured at the fattest part out of my big toe over to that little part of my pinky. I measured there, and that changed too. But the reason you want these measurements is because when the scale doesn't move, the pictures look like they're looking like the same, your body is changing. And the measurements are what's going to show you that, because we all stayed in our fat clothes way too long. It's just part of it. It's just what we do. It's just what we do. Okay, number 4, and probably one of the most important things to do, is write down why. Why are you doing this? Why or what happened to catapult you to make this decision for this surgical intervention, to have weight loss surgery? Why? What is it that just hit you one day and that's your reason, that's why you're doing this? And then kind of piggybacking on that, number 5 is then write down at least 5 things, preferably 10, because you're going to need it. But you'll add to the list later too. But at least 5 things that you dream about that this weight loss surgery is going to do or fix or change for you. Is it because you want to be healthy? You want to be able to crawl on the floor with the kids? You want to be able to fit into a size medium or small? Whatever it is, write down at least 5 things. One of mine was I wanted to go zip lining. I wanted my husband to be able to pick me up and carry me wherever he wanted to, whenever he wanted to. I wanted to be able to fit into a size medium, which I'm mostly a small. And I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to be here for future generations. So those were kind of my whys, and then I've totally added to that since then. Okay, number 6. Do not buy any clothes. Not even an outfit that you want to get into, because I did this. Because what happened was I lost weight kind of fast and drastically like this. I ended up passing the outfit. One of the outfits I never even got to wear. The other one I got to wear one whole time. Once. And it wasn't super inexpensive. So don't buy anything. If anything, you're going to be an ISP now. An incredible shrinking person. So don't add to your stress or your bill, so to speak, of anything. Just wait. Your body will level out at different times. You will need to go down in clothes, but go to a thrift store. Go to a consignment store. Trade with someone. If you're a part of a support group, they usually have clothing exchanges. Or call up a few friends that you've seen ahead of you a little bit that have lost weight and say, hey, do you still have any of your old clothes? Just ask. Better yet, do like I did that one time, and I prayed. I was totally at a point where I didn't have anything else that really fit, and I prayed. I was like, gosh, Lord, I just wish there was a way I can fit into the next size without having to go buy a bunch of things. Went around the corner from my house. A house was being emptied out. People had moved out, and there were bags of clothes from Old Navy and somewhere else. And guess what? Almost all of them were my size. What? God is so good. He's so good. So just don't do it too fast, because then you have to get rid of them, and it's a crazy thing. Number 7, really one of the important things is follow your doctor's plan. you've decided on surgery and maybe it's 3 months from now, or you've gotten the date and it's 2 weeks from now. Whatever it is your doctor's plan has given you for that time frame, follow it. And if you're too far out and you really don't have a plan to follow, then start with something simple. Start with something simple. Start taking smaller bites. If you normally take a bite of a burger, yeah, I used to take a bite like that of a burger. If your bites are that big right now, cut it in half. Take a half of that bite and chew it thoroughly. Try to chew it at least 15 times. 20, 25, 30 would be better. But I want you to succeed. I want you to feel successful and feel that, oh, hey, this won't be too bad. Just start taking smaller bites and chewing more. Unless your doctor's told you to change your foods and, eat these different things, if you're that far out, then just do something that you're going to succeed in. And the thing that you can do and you are going to succeed in is taking smaller bites and chewing them more thoroughly. Because I'll tell you this, about a week or two before your surgery date, your brain, if you've been doing too much of the food plan and maybe the portions and all this say you've done it for 2 months and now it's a week or two before your surgery, your brain is going to freak out. And it's going to say, oh my gosh, can I really do this for the rest of my life? And then you're going to freak out. And then you're going to go into a food coma and eat anything and everything you possibly can. And all these different things, your brain is just going to take over. I want you to succeed. I want you to know you can succeed. So don't do all of that until your doctor tells you, because that's what gets you in the right mindset. If you do it too soon, you freak out. You freak out and you panic. And I don't want that for you, because I've been there and I've seen it and it's not pretty. Okay, number 8. Start now paying attention to the things that trigger you to wanting to eat. Is it stress? Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it a time? Is it a situation? Is it a smell? What is it? Fear, comfort, drama, laziness. There's all kinds of things that trigger our reasons to eat. And if you start paying attention to those now, write them down even if you have to. Journal it out, whatever. But that's how we can get into a better mindset. And the sooner you get into the mindset of why you do some of the things you do now as a heavy person, before you've taken that leap, oh, I'm telling you, it will be much easier, because you'll see it. You'll see why. Oh my gosh, I'm not hungry. It's just because the clock says it's 12 o'clock. Doesn't mean you have to eat then. It doesn't. But so many of us are programmed that way. So start paying attention to what triggers you now. And number 9. Find either a place or a location or people who have a support group. Some of them are only from the hospital or doctor that you go to. Some of them are in your community. That's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm almost done. I can't believe I'm almost done with my schooling for this. But I'm just going to be someone in the community that offers this to anybody. I don't care where you had your surgery, in America, in Mexico, in Canada, in Australia, in wherever. Doesn't matter. We all need encouragement and support. You need to know you're not alone. You need to see it and hear it, that you're not alone. And that's what you need to find. Even if you only go once a month, that's not enough. But even if you only go once a month, once a week is probably optimal. It would be good if you can go somewhere even twice a week, especially at first, because, it's intimidating and it can be kind of scary. So, and make sure it's somewhere close to home or close to your work. Better yet, on the way between the two. Because just like a gym, if it's past your work or past your home, most likely it's not going to be a good habit. Because how many of us want to go past our destination to go do something that we might think we might not want to do, right? So if it's in between your work and your home, on your way to home, near your home, you're more likely to go, okay? And hey, you're almost 2 years post-op, and I needed to hear this from you today. Aw, well, yay, I'm glad. Okay, so the last tip I have, you've already made this decision, you're gonna have weight loss surgery. It's up to you who you tell, don't tell, all that stuff. That's a different topic altogether. But my last thing, my biggest kind of thing to tell you is to just breathe. Just breathe. Relax in this decision. Be confident in yourself and your reasons why that you're doing this. And then when people come at you from different angles and they've got fears and whatever, you can tell them the different facts that you want to. You can give them, any information that you've done, so that, because when you're confident in your decision, others will be too. Even if they're afraid or they're nervous about it, they see how confident you are and they're like, okay, good to know. I just want to encourage you that a healthy life is coming and you are going to enjoy it. It's going to be up and down. There's going to be bumps. There's going to be different things. That's life. That is life. Weight loss surgery, surgical intervention is a tool. It's a tool. And just like any tool, just like a fork, a spoon, a hammer, scissors, just like any tool that we have, when you use it properly, guess what? It works like it's supposed to, right? When you try to use a different tool to do a different thing, like you're supposed to be cutting out intricate circles, you're not going to use a steak knife. Because what's going to happen? It's not going to cut right. You're going to use scissors, right? The proper tool for the proper thing. Surgical intervention is a tool, and it is only a tool that we can control how we use it or not. And I just also want to encourage you to dream. Dream of what you want to be, how you want to be, and the things that you want to do. It's okay. It's okay to dream. It really is. Many of us have been stifled from them for years and years and years, but it is okay to dream, and I want you to dream and write it down, because let me tell you, some of it's going to start coming true, and you're going to be shocked, and you're going to be pinching yourself. Is this real? It's real. It's real, and it's coming. It's coming for you, because it happened to me. It's coming for you. So, go. So plan, and be prepared. Oh, that was one of the things that I don't think I shared. About the triggers. You need to have a plan of attack. So if you pay attention now to the triggers that get you up now, have a POA, have a plan of attack. And that plan of attack might mean you write down when I'm going to be triggered by commercials on the TV, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to do leg lifts. I'm going to do squats. I'm going to walk to the other end of the house and back. Whatever. Have a little notebook with all those. Tear them up. Put them in a cookie jar. Excuse me. If you need a note, like a big old hunkin' note, like this, tape it halfway like this and bend it like this in your refrigerator, hanging over the shelf where all the junk stuff is, saying, "Are you hungry?" Then walk away. Because if you're not hungry, then walk away. And maybe you need that piece of paper in the way that you have to reach to get around. Whatever it is, if you have a plan of attack, when the triggers come, you'll have something to fight them off with, okay? I went way over. I am so sorry, but these are really, really important things that I really encourage everybody to do before they have surgery, okay?